Alright, family. Let me turn this music off. Oh, wow. Alright, I'm sorry about that, guys. Alright, so I have these pieces of wood that I got from Home Depot yesterday. And I think these are the wood that they get on the pallets. And they will give you them for free at Home Depot. So I saw a gentleman that was pushing one of those cart around, and I asked him if I could have them. So I got about 4 pieces, and I'm using them. I'm going to show you what I'm using them for. So here I am, guys. This is my carrots that I planted, and I just cover them with a paper so they can stay moist. And so I have these material here that I'm going to use to kind of keep the dirt from falling down. So these are the materials, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I have some carrot seeds that I planted. The ones that are covered are carrots, and I have some Swiss chard on this end right here. So I'm getting ready to cut up the pieces of wood so I can show you what I'm doing with them. So I'm gonna make some stake to drive them down in the ground to hold the material that I just showed you. So this is the piece I'm going to drive down. So I'm going to make this. Alright, family, so keep on leaving this phone on. Alright, fam, so here is my little creation. I made a little barrier so you know the dirt doesn't come down once I put a little bit more dirt in here. I should have done this a while back when I just started the garden, but you know, everything is trial and error, so I'm just now getting to it. So I think this will work. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is how I did it here. So as I was showing you earlier, the these little stakes that I cut, and I just put them there to hold. This is a roofing material that was on the property, and when we bought the property, so I'm just using this. I'm upcycling it or recycling the material so I can use it again. So this is what it's looking like. So if you're on your homestead and you're trying to create a little garden, you can actually use something like this to create a small space that you can plant your your seeds and have some vegetables growing or whatever you want to grow. So I'm just sharing this with you guys, and hopefully someone will find this to be useful, that you can actually use to create a small garden space. Okay, so that's what that's like. So I'm getting ready to do some cleaning up, guys. So I have to clean up this garden. I still have my potatoes, which I haven't harvested yet, and I will share that with you, which I've told you guys before. So I have some stuff here. This is the old corn that I have here, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean them up. I forgot to bring my last year our garden didn't do so good because it needed to be broken down a little bit more. So I think I'm hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that next spring will be better, because it has broken down a little bit more. And so what I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this stuff that was left from over this the summer garden. I have some old weeds and stuff here that I need to clean up so I can get this area together. And so my plan is to, whatever I'm gonna plant for next season, I'm gonna get the area prepared, clean it out, and next year I can add my fertilizer and all the, you know, the good stuff to the soil to get it prepared. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. So here I have some of the old weeds that I've started pulling up already here, and I'm gonna take this up and I'm gonna add this to the compost pile, and then this will help the garden next season. And I have another idea. I have another great idea that one of our subscribers suggested, and I think I've done that before in my earlier garden, where you add the ash, you know, to the garden. So we have a lot of pine trees that are fallen down on the property, and also pine trees that we also cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and burn those, and then add like a nice little pile that I can burn, and then I'm gonna use the ash to go into the garden as well. I'm preparing a little bit better, and the sun was getting me in my eyes, guys. So okay, when you start your garden, guys, if you are a beginner like myself, I still call myself a beginner because I am learning still. So when you start your garden, just go ahead and start your garden. If you get compost to start your garden, or you get soil from Home Depot or whatever, wherever you get your soil from, start your garden. Okay, it's better you start than never start. So I started our garden, and it wasn't perfect, but I still got quite a few stuff out of the garden. And so that's why I'm encouraging you to start your garden. And you know, as you go, you will learn. And you know, I've watched plenty of videos that I am actually learning a lot more how to prepare my soil and all that type of stuff. So I said, go ahead and start your garden. Don't wait for things to be perfect, okay? Because life isn't perfect, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and get this stuff all cleaned up. And I'm gonna show you the difference. Right now, the way the soil is looking, it looks much better than what it was looking like earlier in the summer. So I'm glad that you know, I get to see what I need to do to the soil before. And you know, guys, I believe in experience is the best teacher. You know, your experience is your best teacher. And I have learned through just planting the garden and see what it needs, and get to kind of look at the soil, you know, check out the soil and see how it looks and all that stuff. I think that's a good thing, because you know, you're learning in your garden, and it's the best thing. I love gardening because, you know, it really helps me to stay in a nice space spiritually and all that stuff. So you really have to love garden. You know, gardening, it's an amazing thing to do. I love gardening, guys. There is times when I get a little frustrated if the stuff isn't going well, which I think most people do, but once you start doing it, you will get to love it. and you will see, you know, all the stuff that you produce in your garden. You will be happy to know that that's something that you do yourself, and you know where your food is coming from. And what's the best thing you can do is know exactly where your food is coming from. I mean, we won't be able to plant everything that we need, you know, but at least if you can plant something, that would be great. So I have this breaking down on here, and I'm gonna put those in the compost. So I'm gonna show you what the soil is looking like now. Put some eggshells. If you notice, there's some eggshells all over the garden here, because this is the side that I plan to put my my tomatoes back on, into this area. So I'm gonna try to make sure that this area has enough calcium, because your tomato plants need enough calcium and phosphorus and all that to grow. And that I have learned by, you know, the stuff, my own mistakes. I've learned that shells that I use in the kitchen, and I save the shells and I just put them, throw it out here. So throughout the winter, this will break down for the soil to be much better than last year. I still have a little bit of tomato growing here. Look at this, guys. Still have some tomato. So I'm gonna leave that. Well, I don't know if that will come, but there's tomatoes. Yeah, look at this, guys. You see how nice and broken down the soil is now? It's much better than what it was looking like early in the summer. It's nice. It's much moisture. It's very moist, and you can see we added some. I'm gonna add some compost from the goat and the chicken as well over here. So if you have chickens, guys, on your homestead, you can add your compost from your chicken coop. And we have chickens and we have goats, so we will definitely add some of that compost in the garden and see if it will be much better than last year. Okay, so guys, I hope that you've learned something as a beginner. I am a beginner, and I want to share a little bit to maybe somebody that's just starting out their garden and they're not sure in what direction to go into. You can pick up maybe a little bit of nugget from me, hopefully. I don't know everything, guys, and I'm just sharing my own experience with you guys. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. It's just, you know, showing you what's happening and what I'm doing, and what just the process of what's happening on the homestead. And I showed you guys the just the getting my box together for my garden, for my fall garden. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a fall garden, but I think, you know, the spirit kind of led me to go ahead and start some carrots and some collard green, Swiss chard, and I think I did some cabbage. I'm not quite sure how the cabbage is going to go, but we'll see. I'll share it with you and let you know how that goes, okay? But with everything that's happening, guys, I want to make sure that we have food for the family, and so that's one of the reasons I actually started the fall garden, because of, you know, everything that's happening. You know, the chaos that's happening. It is a food shortage, and it is real. So I'm trying to get whatever it is that I can get into the garden and see how that goes. Okay, all right, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Please continue to subscribe. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified on our next video. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Walk good, stay safe, and stay on your purpose. All right, love you guys. Bye bye.